Hello everyone, welcome back to Mounjaro, and today I want to talk about doses, and I want to talk about weight loss medication doses, and I want to tell you why I think that you should stay on the lowest dose possible during your Mounjaro journey. I'll also explain why I don't believe it's worth rushing through the doses, and the money you'll save as well by staying on a lower dose. So before we get into that, I just need to say I am not a medical guy. I've got no medical history at all. I am just a middle-aged, chubby bloke trying to get thinner, who's got a YouTube channel and is sharing his own experiences of taking weight loss medication for the last, nearly 5 months now. So everything I say it comes from this mouth because it's me saying it. And it's my own personal experiences and maybe my own beliefs as well. This isn't going to be an update on where I'm at, because I do those on Saturday mornings, as you should all know by now, because you've all clicked like and subscribe and put your bell on, haven't you? Maybe not. So that'll come on Saturday. But just to put you in the picture where I am, I've been on Mounjaro now for nearly 6 months. I am £62 down, although last week I did put on £2 for the first time ever. Yeah, I was shocked too. I did 4 weeks at 2.5 milligrams. That was the first 4 weeks, and then I moved on to 3.75, which is an unauthorized dose. Please don't call them Mounjaro, please. I don't need to get arrested for that. But yeah, so I'm on 3.75, and I have been for the majority of my journey. And I'm going to take a little bit of time to explain why I've made that decision, because a few people have asked in the comments why I've stayed so low, and a few people have also said, well done for staying so low. So just thought we'd take a little bit of time to talk through my reasoning behind that decision. So when you start Mounjaro, they're going to explain to you that you need to go up the doses every 4 weeks, and you will start on 2.5 milligrams for 4 weeks. You will then do 5 milligrams for 4 weeks, you'll then do 7.5 milligrams for 4 weeks, and so on and so forth until you get to 15 milligrams. Now, I get the science behind that, and I understand that you'll reach a certain level within your body where it's no longer effective. I went up to 3.75 purely because I felt there was an expectancy that I had to go up after 4 weeks. Now, I lost quite a bit of weight on 2.5. In fact, on the first month, taking 2.5, I lost, I think it was £18. But I still went up after the 4 weeks, purely because I felt like I had to, and I was expected to. But the reality of it is I didn't need to. I was losing good weight. So that's kind of where I'm heading with this conversation is, if you don't need to increase your dose, don't increase your dose. And I've been on 3.75 ever since. Now, for me, after the initial pressure of feeling I had to go up a dose, that wasn't put on me by anyone. It wasn't put on me by Men Express, who were my suppliers at the time. I felt like I had to. Now, since that time, I've looked into it at the end of every month. Do I need to go up a dose? And I've decided I don't, because I'm still losing weight. Now, I had a little wobble a few weeks ago, and I did do a video about it when I was kind of at a crossroads because I had a really, really hungry week. Felt like the food noise had come back, and old me was back, old greedy me was back. But I didn't do it, and I'm glad I didn't. I stuck to the 3.75, and that's where I'm at now, and fingers crossed, still losing weight. I need the medication to help me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Whatever negative comments come my way, I need that medication to help me at the moment. But I also want the medication not to do all the hard work for me. And as brilliant as it is, the idea of me taking a weight loss medication, Mounjaro, is to try and learn new habits so that when eventually I come off the medication, I'm like a changed man. So if the medication does everything for me, then I'm not going to learn these new habits. So I want the medication to do quite a bit of work for me, but at the same time, I want to have to do it myself. I want to have to make the right decisions. Maybe want a little bit of the food noise, want a little bit of the appetite to be there so that I can then make a decision myself without it being blurred by the medication. Now, I make it sound like that I'm on crack or cocaine or something. It's not as it's not that, is it? But I just want the medication to take enough edge off so that I'm not constantly thinking about food and I'm not constantly making a pig of myself. So by staying in the lower doses, you kind of create that environment where you do have to make the right decisions, not based on the muzziness of the medication. And I just feel if you rush up through the doses, you go 2.5, you go 5, you go 7.5, is the medication doing too much work for you? I mean, you guys that are on higher doses than me, let me know down in the comments what you think. I might have this completely wrong, and I might be making it too much hard work for myself, or I might be overcomplicating it. But I'm sure if you're on the higher doses, then you'll have a better idea. So I'm talking as someone on a lower dose who's been on a lower dose for nearly 5 months, never been to those higher doses, so I don't know what it's like. It could be that you're one of those people that you want the medication to do everything for you, or you feel you need to rise up the doses to sort of maintain that weight loss. But if I'm losing weight, I'm going to stay low, and that's kind of where I'm at the moment, and where I intend on staying if I can. If you've got this far in the video, thanks for watching. If you can leave a comment down below for Saturday's Q&A session, and like and subscribe to the channel, that'd be amazing. Also worth saying, this channel's not monetized, so I'm not making an absolute fortune from these videos. So there is a link for Buy Me a Coffee on the homepage to the channel. And I've also popped 2 affiliate links down below. One is for a weight loss medication app called GLP1, and it will track your shots and it will track your food and all the rest of it. This isn't a paid promotion, it's purely an affiliate link. If you click, I will earn a commission. The other one is for Zava, where I get my Mounjaro from, and there's a code down in the description that'll give money off your first order from Zava, which, as we know, with the price rises is all important. But both those links are down below. If you could take the time to have a look at them, that'd be amazing. So another thing to consider when talking about staying low on the doses is the price differences between the differences. Certainly now we've had the price rises, the differences can be quite significant. And we are talking, just have a quick look at the notes. So a 2.5 with Zava at the moment is £149.99, and a 10 milligram is £259. So we've got £110 difference between the 2 doses. Now, let's say you're going to take Mounjaro for 6 months, you're potentially saving £600, and that's just going from a 2.5 to a 10 milligram. If you go up again, the cost rises are even more. Some people are likely going to be on this for quite a while, myself included. You're looking at maybe saving £1,000 a year just by staying on the lower doses. So for me, if it's working, don't go up the doses. Another thing I've noticed about going up the doses, and this is only looking at YouTube and other social media, people seem to get a lot of side effects on the higher doses, and certainly when they're rushing up through them. So that's got to be another consideration, and it's a consideration for me. I know someone in work who's taking Mounjaro. He's just changed to Wegovy, actually, losing some decent weight. I think he's lost 3 stone now. But what dose are you on? Oh, I'm up to 12.5 now. But you were losing good weight on the lower doses. You didn't need to go up, and you didn't need to waste your money. So why have you gone up to that? Because you got to go up every 4 weeks. You haven't. You really haven't. So if anybody's considering starting this weight loss journey, I've got to say, listen to your body. If you're losing weight, if the food noise is not significant and you can cope with it, stay on the lower doses. 1, you'll save money. 2, you'll hopefully avoid any side effects. To summarise this quick video, it is to stay on the lower doses, reap the rewards of not spending so much money, avoid any side effects, and don't forget you're not obliged to go up. It's purely based on how you feel, and try and learn these new habits and not rely too much on the weight loss medication. I don't want that to come across as preachy, because it's really not meant to be. This channel is there to be honest and to help people and to record my journey on Mounjaro. So these thoughts and everything that comes out of this mouth is kind of where I am and how I feel about using the weight loss medication. And if it helps anyone, absolutely fantastic, and I really hope it does. This journey is for everyone that's on it, and it's really about sharing my experiences and giving people some advice along the way, should I be a little bit further along on the journey than you are, or if you're considering starting taking the weight loss medication. So thanks again for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and if it's for Saturday's Q&A session, just stick a little Q&A beside it, because as I've said in my previous videos, I do have a little habit of answering the questions in the comments and forgetting to add them to the Q&A video. I'll stick some links for some more of my interesting videos up here, and if you're enjoying my videos, there's plenty of other videos of mine you can watch.